For Aristotle, the ultimate realities in the world are the things that you see in the world every day. He calls these things primary substances. So the car that you see, the tree that you see, the horse that you see, the human that you see, these are all primary substances. And these are the ultimate realities of the world. So the ultimate realities of the world are not tiny particles. They are not the forms or ideas in your mind. They are the individually existing things that you see every day. They are primary substances. Now, what is characteristic about primary substances is that they cannot be predicated of something else. So, for example, if we have the primary substance Carl, an individually existing human being, we cannot use him as the predicate in a sentence. So we cannot say properly that black hair has Carl. We would have to predicate black haired of Carl. A predicate is that which is attributed to a subject. So we cannot use a primary substance as a predicate. So Aristotle, by explaining the structure of a sentence, is explaining what a primary substance is. Another example would be this tree when we are talking about a particular tree. So if you have an individually existing tree in your backyard, that would be a primary substance. And if you said this tree has brown bark, then that would be proper. That sounds like an ordinary statement. But if you say brown bark has this tree, that doesn't make any sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Because you are using a primary substance as a predicate in the sentence. So Aristotle is using the common language that we use every day in order to show the reality of the situation, the reality of prime substances, that we already know what prime substances are just by the way that we talk about them. They are something that is individually existing in the world that we do not predicate of something else. They are something that have the qualities. So a primary substance has the qualities of being brown-skinned, tall, round, or whatever. They are not something that is predicated of something else. The reason why you cannot predicate a primary substance of something else is because the primary substance is the thing that needs to be described. It is the individually existing thing that has the qualities. When Aristotle talks about substances, the ultimate reality are the primary substances. But we can say more about the primary substances. We can talk about secondary substance. A secondary substance is when we are telling what a primary substance is. So we can predicate secondary substance of a primary substance. So when I say Carl is a human, I am predicating human of Carl. Human is the species. I can also say Carl is an animal. Animal is the genus. Secondary substance involves the species and the genus. The species and the genus tell what a primary substance is. That is why they are called secondary substance. This is different than if we were going to say Carl has black hair. Black hair does not tell what Carl is. There's a lot of different animals that can have black hair. Black hair doesn't tell us the essence of Carl. It does not tell us the essence of what this primary substance is. So black hair would just be an accident. I can also say Carl has brown skin. Well, brown skin is an accident. It does not tell us what primary substance Carl is. That's why brown skin, black hair, those are not secondary substance. It is important to keep in mind Aristotle is explaining to us something that we already do. We already say Carl is a human, but he is explaining to us that how the way we already talk signifies that we recognize primary substances, we recognize secondary substance,